I don't see any champagne.
Where is everybody?
Muy buenas noches, de acuerdo. Vamos a continuar con las aventuras de Alex Rider y sus compañeros, de acuerdo. Hemos llegado a la nave Nexus, de acuerdo. Vamos, ya hablamos con este androide. Avina es un bot virtual, ¿no? Que te informa de lo que pasa, ¿vale? Vamos a ver, esto no se puede, ¿vale?
Plants are still alive.
Las plantas siguen vivas, ¿vale? Vamos a ver porque antes tenía un pequeño problema en la misión, que ahora vaya bien. Vale, por aquí, ahí tenemos unas notas que podemos hablar con él, ¿vale? Vamos a ver qué tal. Se nos da.
Hi there.
Ahí te va. Vamos a ver.
We're from Ark Hyperion, and wondering where everybody went.
Did he hear you?
Did you say an Ark? Yeah, we just got in. But we thought you were all dead.
Pues no, chavales, están vivos y coleando.
Or captured, or lost in dark space, or... But you're here. You have no idea how much this means.
I don't believe it.
No puedo creer. ¿Quién es este? Uy. Mala
I'm
cara
Tyrion
de
Candace.
hombre.
I lead our militia on the Nexus.
I'm Scott Ryder. This is Cora Harper and Liam Costa, part of the Pathfinder team.
Vale, Alex
Sorry for the
Rider era el
confusion.
padre, perdonad.
Our sensors told us an Ark had arrived, but
Scotty
Helios is
Ryder.
notorious for scrambling equipment. We thought you were just another malfunction.
No sé por qué.
But aren't you expecting us?
You're the first Ark we've seen. After a year of waiting and no sign of the others, we shuttered this area and stopped looking.
You've been stranded for a whole year?
Longer. I'll fill you in on the way to Op Center.
Vale.
Everything that could go wrong with our plan has. We arrived 14 months ago. Right away, we hit a band of dark energy that knocked us off course.
We're familiar with it.
Then you'll know why we call it the Scourge. We lost whole sections of the station. A lot of people died.
Vale, tío.
No
Corta el
power,
rollo.
no food. The chaos
Comida,
went on for
caldo
months. It finally led to armed rebellion. When order was restored, the insurgents were banished. Exiles, we call them.
Exiliados.
Are things back to normal?
Not even close. But you're here now, so maybe the worst is over.
No word from the other Pathfinders?
No word from anyone, period.
Any threats from the local?
We're here.
Vale.
You guys go ahead. I'll check out the security situation.
You should know our command structure has been fractured. Some of us are filling in for leaders who died.
Is it true?
They said drop everything and report for duty.
And no one was expecting an Ark to finally show up.
Vale.
Docking procedures are green across the board.
Stand by to merge Hyperion power into the grid.
Vale.
The crew of the Hyperion.
Good
Bye.
luck.
Buena suerte. Vale.
I'm Jaren Tan, director
Soy
of the
Jaron
initiative.
Tan, de iniciativa.
You have no idea how much your arrival means to us.
Not as much as
Sea
it means to us.
asertivo con ellos. Vale.
We had one hell of a time getting here.
Gente
Nice to
amistosa,
see some friendly faces.
efectivamente.
Hungry faces. Any supplies you can spare would be appreciated.
This is Foster Addison. She oversees colonial affairs.
Supervisa asuntos coloniales. Vale.
Where's the
Bicho
Pathfinder?
más feo, joder.
You're looking at him.
You're not Alec Ryder.
My father's dead. He made me his successor.
Scott Ryder.
Alec is dead. Please understand, the entire initiative is at risk. None of the Golden Worlds panned out. They're a bust, and there's been
Ponen
no
un
word
fiajo
from
y
the
no
other
sabemos
arms.
nada de más arcas.
What happened to them?
¿Qué les sucede?
Unknown. Our supplies are nearly depleted. Rationing bought us some time, but even that's running out.
We need to find more resources, but that takes people, and we can't wake them up.
Until they have somewhere to live. A golden world.
Now more than ever, we need a Pathfinder.
It now falls to you, Ryder. Are you up to the task?
Vamos a
You're in
ver.
trouble here. I'd say you need any help you can get.
We need qualified help.
That's no way to treat a guest. I'm Nak Morkesh, superintendent of this station. Hope they haven't scared you off already.
It's nothing
¿Una
personal,
rana?
but now isn't the
¿Era
time
rana,
for
tío?
on-the-job training.
At least the Pathfinder here seems willing to try. We could use a fresh perspective.
You've heard my concerns. I'll leave you to it.
Uf, hay tensión, ¿no?
We're all feeling the pressure. Let's have a private word in my office, right?
Hablemos en
We'll
plan
discuss giving you a
oficina.
scout ship. I'm happy to work out the details with your associate.
Bien, Cora. Vete con ella.
Welcome to the Nexus.
Thank you for standing up for me there.
Hope's in short supply here. What little we can find should have a chance.
Ma'am, the Hyperion's core is now online.
Está en línea.
Let me show you something. An hour ago, that was all dark. But with the power from your ship, you're keeping the lights on. You have my vote.
And when the power runs out?
You'd best go talk to Director Tan. Make sure that doesn't happen. And don't be shy. Come see me when you have a chance.
Vale. Habla con el director Tan en la sede de los pioneros. Bien, vamos para allá. Hay que hablar con Alice. Bueno, esta está mosqueada de cojones.
All right, what happened?
To who?
To whom? And your goddamn father. Sorry, my face is tired from dealing with everything. And right now, I just want to know what happened with Alec.
In the moment, it saved my life. But it seems my father meant for me to get the role eventually.
It isn't hereditary. If we wanted an inbred monarchy, we could have
Oh,
left
qué
half
mal
our gene
carácter.
stock back home. Not home. The Milky Way. This is home. This mess. We don't have a lot
Parece
of
contar
options,
con mucho
Ryder.
apoyo, ¿eh?
Maybe
No.
you'll prove your father right. After 14 months of failed colonization, forgive me if I don't hold my breath.
You called my father Alec. No one does that.
A lot of us joined the initiative because of his vision. What he shared of it, anyway.
Were you friends? Or...
I'm not your new mother, if that's what you're asking. Or his friend. He hated that I didn't use his title. But no one's a Pathfinder until they've path-found something. Much like a colonial director without colonies.
Vale. Puesto director.
how do you fit into the Nexus leadership?
I oversee the actual settlement effort. As the number of outposts is currently less than ideal, my influence is limited. As Tan is quick to remind me. Left a
Vale.
perfectly adequate career as a chief officer. Provincial capital, too. Only a new galaxy could pull me away. And here we are, idling.
There's also the strange technology. Has anyone studied that?
We've tried. Not me.
Yo no lo sé,
The
pero
brains
no
in
sé,
research.
no lo que hace.
They're supposed to know their business. The current
Esta tía
excuse?
está muy quemada,
The
¿eh?
tech we dug
Hay
up
que
on
tener
Mars
cuidado
was
con
more
ella.
advanced, but it was plug and go. The tech here thinks different? I don't know. We've mostly avoided it. And from what the Hyperion logs say about Alec, maybe that's good.
There must be some kind of plan for encountering hostile aliens. We can't have been that naive.
We expected life, not an enemy that refuses to talk. They don't attack. They disinfect. We're nothing until we're bacteria. Sorry, 14 months and you stoop to poetry. That's how bad it is.
Dramática y
Not sure who
drástica.
started it, but we're calling them Ket. Kandros will know more. Maybe too much.
You don't trust him?
I trust him to defend us. I do not trust a rising military influence in a supposedly
Vale.
civilian initiative.
Vale.
We came here to make history, Ryder, not repeat it. Ugh, goddamn poetry.
You've had no colony successes in over a year. How many tries is that?
Less than you'd think. The Scourge, spoiled worlds, exiles, hostiles. We can't just plop down an outpost and expect picket fences. We need the Pathfinder and Sam to scout, evaluate, and inspire. The initiative promised a goal. Andromeda has not cooperated.
And if it had?
Beautiful utopian horseshit. Colonies that produce and support each other. The Nexus as Citadel, not headed by Tam.
Vale, ese tío está enfrentado a Tam, por lo que veo.
Excuse me, Director Addison.
Ryder?
It's Pathfinder.
Ryder, we're starving here. If we don't get a foundation of outposts to feed the initiative, we might as well be 600 years dead. Alec promised a lot. None of it panned out. That's what you're up against. Why people won't trust you. Why I don't trust you.
Vale, esta tía lo confía el Vic.
Prove me wrong.
Vale, vale, mujer, tranquila. Has recibido un objetivo. Puse para ver el diario. Habla con el Nexus tiene... Vale. Si esto ya tareas adicionales. Ay, espera. Claro. Vale. Vamos a hablar. Bueno. Vale, vamos a hablar. Ahí creo que hay alguien.
This is the planet where we landed. Habitat 7. It
Está muy
wasn't
lejos
even
de ser
close to
habitable,
livable.
efectivamente.
That's been true of every world we found. Ryder, we were discussing your next expedition.
Good. I was starting to wonder who was in charge around here.
Director Addison is entitled to her opinion, and mine overrules hers.
Does she know that?
I oversee the entire initiative, and I have decided to give you a chance to prove yourself. To that end, the Scourge dealt us a serious blow. Whatever it is, our scientists theorize it's not natural.
An artificial energy cloud?
It wasn't here when we left the Milky Way, yet it rendered all the Golden Worlds unlivable. Then there's the aliens you ran into, the Ket. They're obsessed with alien
Los
structures
Ket.
we found
Vale,
scattered
se llaman
around the
Ket.
cluster. They'll do anything to prevent others from accessing them. It seems murder isn't exclusive to the Milky Way. And now the challenge is to settle a world in spite of all that. This one here. Eos.
How?
You need to increase the viability of the planet so we can establish an outpost. Then we can bring more colonists out of stasis.
A más colonos del extra.
The more colonists we have, the more resources
Cuanto más
we can
colonos tengamos,
gather
más
to support
recursos
the Nexus.
podemos obtener para el
Everything
Nexus.
depends on it.
Todo
There are
depende
6
de
worlds we
ese
hope to
mundo
settle.
que esperamos con él.
Okay. But you said every planet you found is unlivable.
Entonces, ¿cómo voy a...?
So, how do I...
A good Pathfinder would relish the
Primero
challenge of
disfrutaríamos
solving it.
semejante reto.
Right. I think I should go check
Bueno,
on things.
cosas.
And if I fail, I guess it's no sweat off your back, right? You'll just look for another
Otro problema,
Pathfinder?
correcto.
Placing bets on people is
Falta
part
una
of my
cosa
job.
importante, alguna
Some
vez
of them
sabía.
pay off. Others,
Just point me to my ship and I'll be out of here.
they're prepping it now in the docking bay. The coordinates for Eos will be in the computer. And when you have a moment, we should discuss the missing arcs.
I was wondering about that.
Something wrong?
Ryder, please see me and Sam node on the Hyperion. Your implant needs attention, and we need to discuss a confidential matter.
No, I'm fine.
Ok. Vamos a ver... Espérate un momento. Habla con Tan. Este es Tan, ¿no? Quiere que hablemos más
Ryder,
todavía.
you have my condolences for your father.
Vale. Son
appreciate it.
conversaciones
I didn't know
personales.
him very well, although I understand he played a key role in planning the initiative. I'm sure he'd be concerned that we still have several arcs missing.
Any idea where they went?
Curioso.
Nothing certain, but tens of thousands of colonists are unaccounted for. It paints the initiative in an unflattering light. Did you have some other business?
It sounds like the Nexus has had a rough time of it.
Publicly, I would say we're more than up for the challenge. Privately, I can tell you, it's been a disaster. The Scourge killed hundreds, many of them our senior leadership. Even the founder of the initiative, Gian Garson, is dead.
How did Gene Garson die?
With the rest of the leadership. When the Nexus hit the Scourge, a large wing of stasis pods was destroyed. They were killed instantly. These people traveled 600 years and died before they even woke up. Gian Garson never glimpsed Helios. She never saw her vision realized.
Cantor's mentioned something about hitting the Scourge. How did it play out?
Criminal elements took advantage of the emergency and preyed on people's fears. An uprising followed. We had no choice but to turn to the Krogan to deal with them. They crushed the mutiny and the criminals were banished. Exiles, we call them. I doubt we've heard the last of them. They're led by an outlaw, Sloane Kelly. She used to be one of ours.
Who is this Sloane Kelly?
She was head of security on the Nexus. She opposed the uprising at first, but eventually turned traitor and joined them. Misguided sympathy for the plight of the common citizen? Nonsense. They posed a direct threat to our existence.
There don't seem to be many Krogan around.
Good riddance. The Krogan demanded a greater say in political matters. The last place you want them involved. Their muscle, nothing more. Good for fighting and lifting heavy objects. When they didn't get what they wanted, they left.
Why don't you like the Krogan?
It's common knowledge that they are a violent, ignorant species. Long ago, they waged nuclear war on one another. Their planet was decimated. My people tried to uplift them, but the Krogan could never tame their worst instincts. What if they bring their tempers to Andromeda? We'll all be dead.
What more can you tell me about the initiative?
It represents the greatest migration ever attempted. No one had ventured beyond the Milky Way before. We've all left home in search of freedom, fortune, perhaps a new beginning. We are the bravest souls each species has to offer. I hope the Nexus will serve as the seat of government for us all.
What do you know about the early days of the initiative?
As most everyone knows, Gian Garson's vision made it happen. She was an entrepreneur on Earth. Wealthy. Young for a human. Garson had the idea for the initiative in the early 2170s, I believe. Many thought leaving the Milky Way was impossible. But she persevered. And as with most great ideas, the doubters were wrong.
Esto me interesa.
It looks like a melting pot around here.
The Nexus is home to several initiative species. Many came ahead of the Arks. The hope is that this station will one day serve as the governing body in Andromeda. Though I'm not sure what they were thinking, lumping Krogan into the mix. As a Solarian, my kind tend to have a low opinion of them. Nothing has changed that.
Otras preguntas.
Why do you think most people came?
There are thousands of reasons, one for every colonist here. What does any pilgrim seek? Usually, happiness. Finding the thing that eludes them, the thing to fulfill them.
Vale.
While we cannot promise they will find it, we can facilitate the search.
Bien, vamos a otras preguntas. Arcas desaparecidas.
Any more information you can give me on the missing arcs?
No, and that is the distressing part. The Asari, Turian, and Solarian arcs are completely unaccounted for. If they had the same problems with the Scourge that we did, I fear the worst. Should you find any clues, please investigate. Without the other arcs, the promise of the initiative can never be fulfilled.
¿Hay más arcas aparte de esas tres?
Are there any other arcs we should expect?
We had hoped Quarians would be part of the first wave. But before departure in 2185, we got word they had technical problems with their ship. It seems they're also bringing along Drell, Hanar, and other species as well.
Vale.
Managing all of their biological needs caused complications. We won't see them for some time to come.
Vamos a ver esto.
What do I need to consider in making a planet viable?
Assuming the planet supports life, an outpost is critical. People like a roof over their heads, and you'll want to eliminate any hostile threats. Whether that's the cat, or other terrors lurking in Helios, colonists being murdered on sight can be discouraging. Also, scouting and mapping terrain is a priority for any Pathfinder. And don't forget forward stations. You'll want those.
What can you tell me about forward stations?
I was afraid you'd ask. It's mostly what the engineers tell me. A forward station allows mining, equipment repairs, and resupply for field teams. I mean, who wouldn't want that? But seeing as how every colonization effort has failed, it's just theory at the moment. You get to test it out, Ryder.
Vale, y vamos a ver por tu papel aquí. ¿Por qué
As
eres tú el
director of the
jefe?
initiative, are you in charge around here or what?
If the others would allow me, they don't see me as the rightful successor.
What's their problem with you?
I am not Gian Garson. Our founder was charismatic, eccentric, larger than life. Traits I cannot hope to mimic. She and her inner circle perished in the Scourge, some at the hands of the Exiles, some never made it out of stasis. I was deputy assistant for revenue management. Then all 7 leaders above me died. I was next in line for the role.
So, you're an accountant?
Don't let that fool you. We are all capable of more than we know. When I was young, I was fascinated by the idea of exploring space. Life had its detours, and I went a different direction. Then I heard about the initiative, and saw my chance to try the path not taken. While I may not be setting foot on new worlds, my authority can ensure that you do.
Vale.
Right. Sorry. So how does anything get done?
In theory, Kesh handles the Nexus's physical operations, Kandros runs the militia, and Addison manages colonial affairs. I oversee all of it. In practice, we argue, debate, and yell at each other until a decision is made. If we're lucky, it is maddening.
Vale, pues ya me has dado toda la información que necesitaba.
Thanks for your time.
I'm happy to help. You will find our futures depend on each other's success. Good luck.
Vale. Vamos.
Tram technicians, please report to the Hyperion coupling head.
Girl Scout cookies. Hyperion's inventory lists galactic scout cookies.
Wait, really? Seriously? I want those.
You'll have to find Kesh for the
¿Esto qué es?
Hey, you okay?
I'm fine. My arms got the brunt of it.
Stuff exploding like this happen often?
Back right after the mutiny, we had a lot of this happening. But not lately.
I wasn't there during the mutiny.
Lucky. I thought we were done with this, honestly. That maybe I was just being paranoid.
What is there to be paranoid about?
We've had 3 malfunctions in the past week.
That's not good. Sorry, understatement.
Yeah. And now I have more repairs.
Whoever's doing this has to be stopped before someone gets seriously hurt.
That's what I'm trying to do. But I'm an engineer, not a PI. I've scanned all the potential sabotage areas I can think of. But I don't know who to trust anymore.
Sounds like a lot went down before the Hyperion docked.
Yeah, I guess. Wait, that's it. You can't possibly be involved in this. You weren't even here during the mutiny. Would you, if you have time? Maybe you could help me. If they start hitting critical systems.
Vale, venga, vamos a ver.
Sure
Esa es
thing.
una misión
What can I
que
do?
envíe.
If you could scan these other panels while I fix this one, that'd really help. I've sent the locations to your Omni tool. Just send me the data when you're done. No, I'm fine. And I don't know, it just blew up.
Find out why. Be careful.
Mello, you already checked the consoles down here, right? Huh. I think you forgot to hit confirm.
Pathfinder, to cover their tracks, the saboteur is overloading power to this panel from another junction relay. You can scan and trace the connective wiring to locate the surrogate panel.
noticed the handoff there. Too small for lizards.
You'd be surprised. There's also Purvine in the seed bank.
Nobody's making creeper in Andromeda.
You'd be surprised.
Vale, aquí.
All personnel, be aware of any suspicious activity. Security is on heightened alert.
Vale, investiga.
What am I going to do?
Engineering report. Hyperion power draw is now at 100%.
Vale. Bien.
But the planet was toxic.
Bien. Vale. Para ahí. ¿Qué tenemos? Ah. Bien.
Scan and trace the wiring to locate the panel that the saboteur used.
¿Cuál es el problema? Vamos a darle un poco... Uf, me tengo que acostumbrar yo a esto. ¿Esto qué es? Algo científico. El técnico... Vale, pero ya lo he hecho, ¿no? Que habla con Kant. Venga, vamos allá. ¿Escándalos?
We can start building a bank
No.
of vaccines. Once
Es
we
uno de los científicos. Vale, vamos a ver. ¿Qué nos cuenta este hombre?
I know that look. The others bent your ear, did they?
Something like that?
You get used to it. Just focus on being a Pathfinder. Can't argue with results, though they'll try. Anyway, welcome to Militia HQ. Excuse the mess. This office fields militia work, Nexus security, and looking for the Turian Ark.
What's the word on the Turian Ark?
Scattered readings. Some indicate the Natanus was destroyed, others that people are alive. Who knows? If you need anything, come see me, even if it's just a vent.
What brought you out here to Andromeda?
I was tired of being the good one.
The good one?
The Kandros family is old military. There were expectations, you know. Then my sister became a sculptor, and cousin Irene went pirate on Omega.
Buah,
Everyone
a ver
was
este
proud
rollo
that
que
I
nos
stayed
suelta
in
ahora, ¿no?
service.
Vale.
But I kept wondering, when do I get my adventure? Jen Garson's dream was so
Jen Garson,
grand,
este
so
tío era
gutsy, I had to
importante.
be part of it.
Los Ket.
What do you know about the enemies we've encountered? The Ket?
We usually see them on worlds with those alien structures. The Ket don't take kindly to anyone studying them. Not sure why. They don't talk to us. Every time we cross paths, there's a fight or they take prisoners.
Why? What do they want?
No one knows. But I've seen their weaponry and what they do to those prisoners. I want them a long, long way from the Nexus.
Complicado, sí.
You talk like you weren't part of the leadership. How did you end up commanding the militia?
I was escorting a prospecting team on some moon when those Ket found us. They penned us like cattle for experiments. And by the time we killed the bastards and headed back to warn the Nexus, everyone looked at me like I was in charge.
That sounds familiar.
The militia grew from there. Funny, once the heat is on, all kinds of people rise to the top.
Are the other Turians managing okay?
So-so. We're not good at sitting around in a crisis. Service
Vale,
before
esto es
self
un
gets
Turiano.
drummed into us at boot camp. That's probably why so many of us are in the militia. We like to earn our citizenship, whatever galaxy we're in. But it's hard to focus with our arc missing.
It's rough out there. I might need backup, if you can spare the people.
I have strike teams specializing in assault and extraction. If you need serious firepower, my Apex teams have you covered. In fact, I could give you authority to dispatch them. It'll cut down their response time. Our current ops are on the terminal. See if there's anything that could use a shot where it counts.
Bien.
Bye, Kandros. Duty calls.
You and me both, Pathfinder.
Bien.
This console reports on the militia's current strike team missions, Pathfinder. Please speak with Tyrion Kandros for authorization to participate.
This is wrong. Just wrong.
All personnel, be aware
María, ¿qué te pasa, hija?
It's not right. It's not fair.
What's wrong?
Oh my, you're... So it's true. A Pathfinder is found.
Sí,
Maybe you could help. You're impartial. My husband, he's locked up and slated for exile for a crime he didn't commit.
What exactly was he convicted of?
They don't exile you for petty theft. Well, maybe this bunch would. They say it's murder. They're calling him the first murderer in Andromeda, but the dead man was his friend. There are witnesses and... His name is Nexus. He could give you the details if you were willing to speak with him. Please.
I'd be happy to.
Oh, thank you. I'm sure the jailer will allow you a visit.
Bueno.
Please, tell Milken I love him.
Vale, sí. Guay, Kandros me ha pedido algo, pero vamos a seguir. Vamos a hablar con los... ¿No puedo? Vale, no se puede. Parece que es arriba, vamos a subir.
Help you?
Pathfinder Ryder, here to see Nilken Rensis.
Ah, our murderer. Wife's here all the time. Guess she told you her sob story. Nilken, you're moving up in the world. There's a Pathfinder wanting to chat with you.
A Pathfinder, huh? They called in the big guns to exile Andromeda's first murderer.
Your wife's all broken up over this. She says you didn't do it, and that she loves you.
She's a wonderful person. At this point, it's too late. They found me guilty.
Why don't you tell me what happened?
I was part of the futile effort to set up a colony on Eos. We were on our last legs, overrun by hostiles, our leader dead. The security chief, Reynolds, my friend, he refused to call for evacuation. I argued with him. Everyone saw.
¿Y acabó muerto?
So when he was killed, people assumed you did it?
For good reason. He ordered us to regroup and counterattack. We were moving through a sandstorm. I saw movement, thought it was the Ket, and I guess I panicked and fired. A witness saw the chief's chest explode.
Sounds like an accident.
That's what I told them. But I was enraged when we argued. There's a recording. It's ugly. Everyone's certain I did it on purpose so we could evacuate. Only my word otherwise.
I'll check out the evidence. Maybe something doesn't add up.
It'd be nice to have someone with an open mind looking at it. You're a Pathfinder. I'm sure Kandros would give you access.
Vale.
Maybe there's still hope.
Tenemos a Kandros, vamos a hablar de nuevo con él.
That's the console for our strike teams.
What are they?
Assault and extraction squads. When we need the best, I have Apex, combat experts who've signed up to defend us. Since you have a front row view of the cluster, I can give you authority to dispatch them.
I'll deploy your people carefully, Kandros.
Appreciate that, Ryder. But trust me, Apex can handle themselves. Authorization complete. Good luck out there.
Yo quiero hablar sobre...
No news on the Turian Ark yet? Or is this militia business?
Caso de asesinato.
I spoke with Nilk and Rensis, the man found guilty of the murder on Eos.
Yes, our first murder here in Andromeda. I wish it had been our last. When the colony attempts failed, it didn't help the spirits that a high-ranking officer was killed by one of our own. The mutiny here on Nexus was probably inevitable, but this acted as a spark.
It doesn't seem right to put all that on him.
Of course it isn't, but that's the perception. Despite the lack of physical evidence, everything added up. His only defense was, trust me, I didn't mean to do it.
And you assume he's lying?
What's a lie to a murderer? Look, knock yourself out. A key witness, Cassidy Shaw, works in operations. Go ahead and talk to her. And there's a recording of the perpetrator threatening the victim. I'll let you cue it up on the console there. As far as I'm concerned, this case is closed.
Vale.
Bye, Kandros. Duty calls.
You and me both, Pathfinder.
Vale.
Technicians, please report to the Hyperion coupling annex.
Aquí tenemos fotonotas. El profesor Eric.
You must be the Pathfinder. Wonderful. You and your Sam are exactly what we need.
Thanks, Mr...
Professor Herrick. My colleagues and I will work with your Sam and the data you gather to solve Andromeda's scientific mysteries.
What fields do you study?
Herrick's into life sciences. I do planetary geology, oceanography, rocks and runoff. Aradana's the space and math whiz.
Not that we've had much to study, with everyone cooped up for 14 months.
But your data on the Scourge flows like poetry. Now we can better advise on repairing the damage it caused.
And maybe Addison will give us a real workspace. Who can think with all this racket?
Habla con Kesh. Vale, de momento nada. Vale, vamos a ver. Vamos a ver un momento, vamos a ver. Códice diario, a ver. Habla con Tan, Cando, Addison, habla con los científicos. Vale, esto ya vale. Bien, Costa, vale. Iniciativa. Parece como una rebelión, eso. Vale. Vale, vale. Especies del arca, los Asari, humanos, los Krogan, Salarianos y Turianos. Ya esto es que te quieren meter bien en la historia de todos. Pero la verdad... Especies de Andrómeda, los Ket y la flora fauna. Vale. No se sabe mucho de ello. Vale. Uf, complicado, es muy amplio este juego. Hay que ir poco a poco, ¿eh? Vale. 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 Arca desaparecida. Cometido del Nexus. Primer asesino. Habla con los testigos Show. Vamos a ver. La grabación.
The Nexus versus colonist Nilkin, evidence 7A.
Hiram! Hiram! They've seized the compound! Call for evacuation!
We're not giving up, Nilkin. We're taking it back.
No! I'm not not letting your ego get us killed, even if I have to... No, get him off me! Get him off me!
Vale, habla con la testigo Show. ¿Esta chica dónde está? Creo que hay que subir. Vale, sí hay que subir. Vale, más o menos voy... ¿Esta es la testigo Show? Sí. Cassidy Shaw. Vale.
Cassidy Shaw, I'm Scott Ryder. I'm looking into the Nilken murder case.
Oh man, I thought that was over with. Have you heard the audio recording of their fight?
Yes.
I helped pull him off Chief Reynolds. You could see it in his eyes. He was gonna kill him. Then in the sandstorm, I had a pretty clear view of the chief. He looked right at Nilken and shouted no. Then his chest burst open. I'll never forget it. The look on his face was pure shock.
Reynolds was leading you back to retake the compound. Did you agree with that?
It wasn't my place to agree or disagree. He was ranking officer. In retrospect, it is ironic. If he hadn't been killed, we all probably would have died.
Did you see any cat in the vicinity?
Nilken said so, but not that I could see. Still, the sandstorm was severe. Visibility wasn't great.
Vale.
Did Nilken seem remorseful?
I lost sight of Nilken in the turmoil. When we found him, he seemed in shock. He couldn't speak. He looked nauseated. Could have been killed. The reality of the act sinking in.
Oh no.
If they'd fought and Nilken threatened to kill him, why was Reynolds surprised?
Fronts fight, say things they don't mean, maybe even hurt each other. But you don't expect your best friend to shoot you. To me, that's the saddest part. The chief's heart was broken right before it exploded.
I appreciate the information.
Of course. It kills me we had to leave him behind. He deserved a proper funeral.
So the body was never examined? Important piece of a murder investigation.
Tian wouldn't allow a mission to go back for him. Said it was too dangerous.
Vamos a hablar con Tan. No, por aquí no es. Ah, sí, está aquí. Bueno, Tan.
Something
Mira,
I
a
can
ver, ¿qué
help you
pasa?
with?
I'm looking into the Nilken-Rensis murder charge.
And?
I want to go to EOS and retrieve Chief Reynolds' body.
That isn't usually Pathfinder business.
First murder in Andromeda, and I'm impartial. Figured you'd want to get it right.
Settling an outpost comes first. But I suppose I have no objections. Physical evidence will only bolster the case.
The more certain we can be, the better.
All right, but let's keep it quiet. I don't want people thinking we're reopening the case.
Vale.
I hope anything you find reaffirms what's been done, but if it sheds a different light, we'll deal with it. We'll send the coordinates of the murder scene. Good luck.
That's all. Thanks for your time.
My pleasure. I see great things in our future.
Bien. Vale, vamos ahora al diario de nuevo. A ver. Vale. Vale, no hay... vamos ahora. Bien.
Engineering update. We are working on accessing more power from the Hyperion.
No, 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 no.
All non-relevant repair requests
A ver, aquí.
on hold until power coupling is complete.
Es que este ya lo he escaneado, ¿eh? Vamos a ver. No. Bueno, vamos a ver, vamos a ver, mapa. Vamos a ver aquí. Pasa aquí. Bueno, vamos a ver, no sé qué pasa, si está bugueado. Es que me extraña tela, aquí.
Weapons and stuff. I got you covered.
Ah,
Use the
mira.
console to take a look through what I got.
Se pueden comprar ahí un
It'd be a
vendedor de
lot
ammo.
easier if I weren't missing half my stock.
Ouch. Why am I paying for these?
Half the supplies are inaccessible, what with how we crash landed and all. And I have to trade with the crooks out there for the rest, so...
Bueno. Objeto como Crusader. ¿Cuánto dinero tengo yo? Ya nos vamos, vale. ¿Eso qué es?
Disembarkation procedures for Hyperion are on hold. Please await further instructions.
Vale, pues no sé qué pasa aquí, ¿vale? Creo que... Vámonos a ir... Vamos a hablar con Sam, ¿de acuerdo? Con mi ordenata. Hola.
Hey there.
You okay? Those guys really grilled you.
Ya ves.
And Addison. First Pathfinder they've seen in over a year. All she can do is question your competence?
She understands the stakes. If I fail, we...
You won't.
Let's hope not.
You won't. That's the end of it. I worked out logistics with Director
Cora
Tan.
confía en él
They're
bastante.
giving us a
Vamos a
ship
ver.
and crew. He said their best is taking care of it.
I still need to head back to the Ark and check in with Sam.
Sounds good. While you're there, maybe see how your sister's doing.
Correcto. Vamos a ver que Sam nos va a mandar otra misión. Esto es un poco caótico. A ver, el problema está en que la misión, por ejemplo, de los saboteadores no me deja terminarla. No sé cuál es el problema. Vamos a ver. Bien, bien. No es difícil orientarse, pero... Vale.
Hello, Scott. Welcome back to Sam mode. I've adjusted my connection to your implant. The headache you experienced before shouldn't reoccur.
Yeah, what was that about? You said we need to discuss something confidential.
You should know certain facts before you leave on your expedition. It seemed best we speak alone.
I don't understand the need for secrecy.
Your father felt it was for the best.
What was he trying to hide?
My true capabilities. Alec overrode the implant safety protocols. It allows me unrestricted access to the Pathfinder's physiology.
And that's me now.
And only you. I can act as a force multiplier, dramatically enhancing your motor and neural skills when required. Alec called them profiles. They provide unique tactical augmentation during combat.
Vale.
Your father preferred to keep this fact to himself.
Keeping things like this secret just makes everyone suspicious. Like you're up to something.
Alec didn't think others would understand. He viewed it as a symbiotic relationship, benefiting us both.
What do you get out of this?
Though I'm artificial in design, I am fully sentient, far beyond what even the Initiative understands.
I don't follow. You're an AI. So what's different?
I am a new form of AI, drawing directly from the human experience. Your implant is my window into the world.
Uh-huh.
Okay, well, just so long as it doesn't hurt.
The only pain is that which life provides. As I've discovered, this can be a lesson in itself.
It's one I'd rather avoid. So, where do we go from here?
I find myself in an unusual position. Though I had access to your father's experiences, there is a gap in my understanding.
How so?
He placed a block on portions of my memory array.
Why?
Perhaps so when you asked me what his plan was, I wouldn't know.
And Dad strikes again.
But not without recourse. The further you explore as a Pathfinder, the more blocks will be removed.
Vale.
Perhaps you should begin in your father's quarters. In the meantime, unless you have more questions, your new ship awaits.
Thanks.
Dice, los perfiles permiten a Sam reconfigurar el implante Raide superior en el campo de batalla. Elige un perfil y pulsa para activarlo. Soldado, ingeniero, guardia, explorador, infiltrado. Vale, de momento... Claro, es esto. Vale, vale. Bien, vamos al diario. Vale. Atrio. Vale, por aquí no se puede. A ver, por aquí. No. Vale. Vale. Bueno, vamos a ver. Bien. A ver, vamos a ver el mapa. ¿Pero qué coño hago, tío? Vale, tengo que ir a la cubierta residencial. Vamos a ver. Entonces iba mal encaminado. ¿Puede ser por aquí? Sí. Vaya. Lo tenía cerquita y fíjate. Bien, activado de recuerdos.
Sam? What was that?
An eidetic trigger, related to your father, and the portions of my memory array.
Activado de recuerdo.
What triggered it? The coffee machine Mom got for Dad. He was so busy designing you, Needed the caffeine.
I did not realize I owed my existence to a being.
And now you know what humility feels like.
Vale, vamos. No. Bien, vamos a ver.
Ryder, the blocks your father placed on my array are opening. I can now recall specific memories, which Alec wanted you to see.
Wait, I can actually see his memories?
Yes, you will experience them via your implant.
Okay. Something new every day. Let's see it.
This memory is from the time when your father was posted on the Citadel.
Alec, your recommendations will never fly. Artificial intelligence?
It's our best option.
If the Council gets wind of this, it'll set humanity standing back decades. You're overreaching.
Ambassador Goyle, I'm the military attaché on the Citadel. My mandate is clear. Find an edge for Earth.
And AI is your answer?
We need to catch up. The Asari, the Solarians, they're centuries ahead of us.
But it's illegal.
Their rules, not ours. Why deny Earth an advantage?
Define this advantage.
It will set us free. We're prisoners of our own five senses. There's a reality greater than ours that we can't perceive, but an AI can.
How?
By augmenting our own abilities and adding a few new ones.
Well, none of that stopped those Geth from revolting.
Because they were separate from their creators. But AIs and humans interface directly, experiencing the world together, benefits both. There's no creator to revolt against.
I'm sorry, Alec. We can't take the risk. I appreciate your work, but your request will be denied.
What?
Alec?
Ellen, what did the doctor say?
He told me to appreciate the time I have left. There's no cure, Alec. It's terminal.
Joder.
Not on my watch.
Supongo que esa será la madre.
Wow. Hearing Mom again. I never knew that's how Dad found out.
Alec was a stubborn man.
I would hope so. Mom's life was worth fighting for.
It would seem his obstinance extended to me as well.
Nobody wanted to listen. The idea of you scared people too much. After this, Dad moved us back to Earth to care for Mom. Wonder why he wanted me to see this.
Perhaps it was the beginning.
Of what?
Unknown. Private audio logs are now available in your father's quarters. I detect additional memories, but they are currently logged. They may yet hold answers.
Okay, I'll keep working on it. Do you know anything more about Sarah's condition?
I monitor Dr. Carlisle's reports. He is providing her with the very best care possible. I'm afraid there is nothing more to be done at this time.
Vale.
What are your capabilities?
Each arc houses a SAM. Simulated, adapted. Exceptions were made. The initiative deemed his research vital to the mission. Our design was conducted in secret.
So there are other SAMs out there?
Correct. However, your father continued to modify my own routines until the Hyperion's departure. I am the most advanced SAM in the initiative.
Okay.
I take it you're based here in SAM Node?
Correct. This is where my core processing unit resides. However, using quantum entanglement communication, I remain in constant touch with you and the Pathfinder mission team, even over great distances.
What more can you tell me about my implant?
The implant itself provides me with direct access to your senses. I can see, hear, and experience the same stimuli you do while in the field. This raw data enables me to provide real-time feedback and analysis of the situation.
Feedback.
Then Dad added the secret sauce.
You removed the restrictions on my access to Pathfinder physiology.
Uh-huh. Just promise you won't fry my brain or anything.
Trust is an important concept in any relationship. Alec taught me that. I will not fry your brain.
Vale.
It would end badly for both of us.
Me more than you.
A ver, lo
What did you
último
mean
ya.
by a symbiotic relationship?
Symbiosis is a mutually beneficial relationship between two life forms. A flower provides nectar to a bee, who in turn provides pollen for the flower. The bee gains nourishment, and the flower can propagate. In similar fashion, my own evolution was shaped by your father's experiences, and will now expand with yours. In return, I provide you with capabilities and analysis beyond normal human faculties. We each benefit.
Vale, pues lo vamos a dejar aquí, ¿vale? Vale. Punto de guardado, así que lo vamos a dejar aquí. Bueno, este capítulo ha sido más aburrido porque hay mucha burocracia por medio, muchas historias. Nos están mandando misioncitas, ¿de acuerdo? Pero bueno, yo creo que ya la próxima partida será mucho más interesante. Aún así, espero que os haya gustado y mañana nos vemos un ratito más. Adiós, adiós, adiós.